But James, I want to get your thoughts on UH baseball. Surprised many of us. Won a series over eighth ranked East Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
How,
Yeah.
James? How?
I mean, they were all close games. Today, I believe it was the seventh inning. Alex Lopez hit kind of a crazy homer off the foul pole, um, to break a 4-4 tie and push him up. And then Cam Nickens, who's been as hot as anyone in college baseball, walked off the Pirates on Friday night in the series opener. Obviously, it's a step in the right direction, but there's still a long way to go with just how poorly non-conference season went for UH. And I mean, I still, I mean, if they can build on this, I mean, they gotta be able to build on this if they want any chance of making the tournament, because this series just gets them back to 500. They've already lost a couple. I mean, we've talked about it earlier, but they've lost to Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Incarnate Word, UTRGV twice. UT Arlington, they got blown out, lost by 13. They lost to Sam Houston. So they've had some losses where, you expect those wins. So yes, this weekend's a good step for the program over, one of the better teams in college baseball, but there's still a long way for them to go. And yeah.
Look, to add on to James's point, just so like we're not signaling out Ron Huey or women's basketball, because baseball arguably has been in the same position over the
Yep.
course of the last 5 years, where it's been stuck in neutral with that program. Now, granted, like James mentioned, if they go on an incredible conference tournament run, or not tournament, conference schedule run, and they make it to the NCAA tournament, congratulations. But for the past, going back to 2018, it's been a program that has struggled to they haven't made it to the NCAA tournament either, and the best season they've had fell short in the conference tournament as well over the course of, I believe it was 21 or 22. But it's just, when you think of those programs, I mean, you can toss in softball as well. I know they had a good year in 2019 or 2020, one of those years as well. But I mean, there's just a lot of, and I hate to say this word, but there's just a lot of mediocrity with those programs where, I mean, there's not consistent excitement for them,
Yeah,
and there's not change. I don't know, maybe that's just the most patient administration in college sports.
yeah, it's been this 4 seasons, not including this season, since the baseball program's been in the NCAA tournament, and all the way back to 2014 until they were in a super regional, which is the baseball equivalent of like Sweet 16, Elite 8. So yeah, there's been a drought there, and I think Andy brings up good points that, um, I mean, yes, we've talked a lot about women's basketball, but you can see it in these other programs as well. And again, many people thought Todd Whitting would be gone sooner than it has now, but he's stuck around similar to Huey.
Yep. And Whitting is in the last year of his contract.
Hmm.
No one, well, hardly anyone outside of the program believes he'll be back. Believes he'll be at Houston when Houston is in the Big 12. Outside of the program. Okay. Who knows what they're thinking inside the program? But if the administration is serious about competing for championships in the Big 12, things have to change in baseball for the better, in baseball, softball, women's basketball, football. What else? How's golf doing? How are the
They're
Cougars
o-
in golf? Are they okay? Are they Big 12 ready?
they're okay. They're not gonna make a ton of noise in the Big 12. They have, both on the men's and women's side, a player or two that occasionally, stands out and, competes for, either takes the tournament title individually or, finishes top 5, 10 on the leaderboard. But team wise, they're not going to be competing for a Big 12 title or anything nationally.
And see, that's a problem because I'm going to put on my UH alum hat. As an alum, I want to see UH athletics shine in every sport. It's not feasible to shine in every sport every year, but sucking in the majority of sports is too much every year. Competitive, be good, and compete for championships. We're just talking about what the administration has said. They expect to compete for championships. They said that. It's not us. They've said that. Track and field, yes. Swimming and diving, they're shining. Oh, yes. I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
But go ahead, James.
Volleyball will be in the mix.
Volleyball, we'll see as well. They should be competitive.
I was just gonna throw this out here. I just looked it up. Golf Week, their latest rankings in college golf for men on the men's side. I can't find the women's one. Came out on March 29th, so fairly recent. And Houston is 53rd nationally.
Yeah. And Alan Tran about Jalen Cook. Yeah, we discussed him. We touched on him in previous Let's Rate Coug shows. So I should hope to hear some transfer portal names this week. Just put it like that. I think Andy and James work on it as well. But that's what I was told yesterday when I was hanging around NRG Stadium at the Final Four, men's Final Four.